All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wake Up and Win Morning Podcast powered by CTR Media Network. This particular show, yes, this show is designed to fuel your mind with positivity to elevate your business. Excuse me. Elevate your podcast or TV show, inspire you to take small actions every single day. We give you powerful insight, simple actionable strategies, a quote, a Bible verse, and a call to action to help you achieve your level of success. And you know how we do it. Yes, and yes. We want you to go ahead right now and comment, share, and subscribe. Let us know where you are tuning in from so that we can shout you out on our live broadcast on the day. I hope that you are having a fantastic morning. It's actually late morning. Your girl has some things that she had to attend to in the wee hours of the morning when I usually go live. But as I promised, I am here for you every single day during the morning. So it's technically still the morning. So let's go ahead and give you that motivation so that you can have a productive day. So we're going to talk about this topic of unlocking creativity. And if you are creative, this is how you can stay inspired and innovative in a time where innovation is being challenged somewhat, uh, meaning with AI innovation, all this new technology. How can you leverage that with your natural creativity? And many creatives, such as graphic designers, developers, podcasters, TV hosts, um, social media management uh officers, when you start thinking about these type of things, individuals who create stuff, they create commercials, intros, outros, music, cartoons, the list really goes on and on. When you see what's happening today with the advancement of technology, you can get discouraged because you see how your industry is shifting and so many people are losing their jobs. So how can you still stay relevant and still stay motivated, still stay inspired, and still stay at the top of people's minds for them to still hire you instead of opting into the lesser investment of developing or investing in AI? And so one thing I want you to understand is that creativity isn't something you either have or don't have. It's something you develop and nurture, okay? No matter what's going on with AI, AI development, if you are in that creative space in the industry, understand that the most successful people stay ahead by staying creative. So learn how to use that technology. So many creatives, um, they feel like I'm not going to sell out. I'm not gonna use this technology. I'm just gonna stay and do it the same old way. People who stay the same way will phase out. That's just how it goes. So I encourage you to see how this new AI innovative tools can actually help make your life easier, and how to cut down the overhead costs, but also think about it like this. As you are adapting and pivoting in this new digital era, whether you are a podcaster, a business owner, or a person who traditionally work a 9 to 5, we all use AI in some way, whether voluntarily or involuntarily, right? And so what's going to keep you relevant, what's going to keep me relevant, is our adaptability to be resourceful and be able to use this technology and be able to provide the service for individuals who don't want to learn how to use it, who may use it but don't understand how to effectively use it, right? And so today, I just want to speak particularly to those creators out there, the creatives, the podcasters, the TV hosts, the graphic designers, the website designers, the intro, outro video, the editors, the photographers, the videographers. I need you to understand what's going on. I need you to understand what's going on. And I know this is a hot topic, it's very touchy. But on this day, I am moved to speak to you that you have to expand. You have to accept, adapt, pivot, and make yourself the person that your customers will not leave but stick with, because you are embracing new technology, and figure out how you can use it to make your life easier. Let me give you some tips, right? Because one thing that helped me stay relevant for all these years is that although certain technologies I did not particularly like, however, I saw that I needed to learn the technology. I need to learn to be mindful of what's going on in my particular industry and how I can still add value to the people of which I service with my business and the services that I do, such as interviewing, such as media placements in magazines and press releases and featured articles, blogs, podcasts, TV shows. I mean, social media marketing promotion, social media management. These are some of the things that I do now and some of the things that I have done in the past. Certain things I choose not to do and I delegate now because it wasn't my genius zone. So I let a member of my team do it. However, what helped me is that I stay ahead of the game when it comes down. When people are not paying attention, I stay ahead of the game on my industry. And so, number one, you need to, let me give you some tips and strategies. You need to always expose yourself to new experiences. New experiences can be technology, it can be you traveling, networking, going to an event that you normally wouldn't go to that's kind of out of your niche, but you're figuring out how you can apply it. For me in particular, one thing that I am doing is that I am challenging myself to not do the obvious thing. So whatever is the obvious thing that I feel like I should be doing, such as a certain type of event, I do the complete opposite in order to expose myself to different people, to engage with different perspectives, different mindsets. I encourage you guys to watch the CTR Media Network TV show that's going to air on Monday at 5:55 p.m. EST on Monday, because it's going to be a really, really great interview. Number two, you need to collaborate with creatives and thinkers. Forward thinkers. Fresh ideas come from collaboration. All collaboration is not good collaborations. You need to make sure that when you collaborate with someone, they're not trying to take over what it is that you do, but they're bringing their unique skills and talents, and you're bringing what you bring to the table. They're bringing what they bring to the table, and then you're elevating each other. It should never be where someone is taking from you and you are giving to them. It should be a win-win situation. Understand that collaborations, when placed in the right scenario, the right perspective with the right people, it is a beautiful thing. I know sometimes you have done collaborations, or maybe you have approached collaborations that just did not work out, and you found out that the person or people are untrustworthy, they're sneaky, they're snake-like, and they do things that are not proper. Okay, do not let those bad fruits stop you from finding your ideal collaborative partner or partners. Okay, because many times we carry that baggage over, but collaboration is still one of the best ways for you to expand your business, your brand, your podcast, whatever it is that you're doing. It's one of the best ways, when done with the right people, to expand, and it's mutually beneficial when done correctly for both parties involved. Why is this? Is because when you are around creatives, we have different perspectives. We see life through different lenses. And even when you are challenged with new technology that you may not want to use, someone in your creative circle is going to be using that technology. And so they can actually encourage you to be able to, one, get over the fear of not using the technology. Number two, tell you whether it's a good investment for you to invest in it or not based upon their experience. And number three, you'll have someone that can walk you through the process, which sometimes change it from being an intimidating process to being a very rewarding process. We have Natalie in the building. She said, blessings overflow. Amen to that. I accept that. And blessings to you as well. Number three, you need to stay away from routine work. Okay. And I'm not saying it's certain things that we do have to do, but I'm talking about routine to the fault where you can't do anything that is not on your routine schedule. You need to have some flexibility so that you can have room to be creative. You need to create the environment wherever you create, whether you at your brick and mortar business office, whether you at your home office, you have to create the feel and the emotion around how you want to create. So you cannot create in a junky, messy room with everything disordered, right? Not organized. You have to create the space that will be conducive to bringing in new, innovative, and creative ideas. If you are in a room that is cluttered, that is misaligned, that has so many different colors that don't make sense, guess what? You're not going to make sense. People do not realize that the space of which you are in, and it don't have to be an extravagant room or space. It can be simple. But the point is, it has to be aligned. It has to be clear. It has to be focused. It has to present the life that you want to have, the order, the function that you want to have. Okay. Natalie said, thank you. She said, preach. She said, LOL. Yeah, listen, I had to learn over time that all of these things play a major factor. Sometimes you have to shift the room, shift your own house atmosphere and environment. Sometimes you need to play music if music is something that can transition your mood from negative to positive. Sometimes you need to change the color of the clothes that you have on to make you feel uplifted and upbeat. If earth tones and dark colors is something that you really, really like, well, guess what? You're going to produce and create in those colors better. The room that you're in should exemplify those same colors. But if you need something bright and festive in order for you to create, then your room needs to represent that bright and festive creativity, because everything has its place, has its order. And as creators or creatives, we have to consistently stay on that. And Natalie said, let the madness make sense. Yes, yes, yes. And she said, get aligned with your creativity. Yes, you have to get aligned with your creativity. Another thing that you have to do that we are not doing as much as we used to is we have to get used to writing things down again. Old-fashioned journaling. Let me tell you something. We have to reconnect with the simplest things in life in order to have the abundance that we want. Technology is good. However, when mishandled, it can be a terrible thing for you. If you notice that you are constantly making appointments, you are constantly making plans, and nothing is going through, and you are using only cell phones, or you're only using a digital planner, and you're still not accomplishing or reaching a goal every single day, even a small little accomplishment every day, then guess what? That's an indicator that you need to go old school. What is old school? Pen, pencil, and paper. Now, you don't have to go out and buy the most expensive journal in the world, but you can start out with a Dollar Tree notebook. Yes, I said it. You can start out with a Dollar Tree notebook. You don't have to go spend $25, $100, $200 for journaling. Not unless that particular investment will motivate you to be accountable and execute what you're doing in that particular notebook. I know I'm at a level now where I like to have things that look a certain way, certain colors, depending upon what I'm working on. If I'm working on my health, if I'm working on my business, if I'm working on personal development, if I'm working on spirituality, I have different journals, different notebooks, different, like I said, different colors, different fields, different fonts, different photos, different pictures that I use because I know it create the mood that I need in order to be in that space mentally, spiritually, and physically. Okay? It's certain colors that I will not use when I need to be motivated in a spiritual way because it does the opposite. It's certain things that I do when I'm dealing with health and wellness. Like I would use green and brown and cream, those colors, because they attach one to the earth, to nature. You need to understand the psychology behind colors, feels, fonts, movement, sound. I challenge you guys to understand and do the independent research to understand how they play a part with your development and creativity. Because we don't think about that. I love psychology, and sociology. I actually wanted to be a therapist when I was younger. But then later on, I changed my mind. But I still read psychology books, sociology books, books about the brain, just for fun. Because I think it's just remarkable how the brain works, how everything is attached to that small little piece of tissue, our brain, about 2 to 5 pounds large, depending upon your body in weight, and how that actually controls eyesight, movement. It actually plays a part in the way that we see, we feel, we smell, we touch, all the senses. You need to understand how that works so that you can use it to be able to reach your plateaus, your level of success. Okay. Natalie said, bring back old time days with less distractions. Amen to that. We need to bring it back. She said that she's from the island, so I love bright colors to set my daily mood and to get my mind right. Yes, welcome from the islands, Natalie. I love it when our international viewers and listeners let us know where they're tuning in from, because we are a global platform, but it's always so exciting when you guys comment, because it just shows what's going on with CTR, and especially that this is a global platform, and we love that you are tuning in. And so another thing is, you need to challenge yourself with creative exercises. So what is it that you can do in a creative space that you can do? Brainstorming, mind mapping, and free writing. Free writing is kind of like a brain dump, when you're clearing your mind with all the different ideas that may be rushing through your head. And then after you brain dump and put everything on paper, then you systematically map it out, categorize it, put it in order. Then after you put it in order by category, then you turn around and then you figure out, okay, what am I going to work short term versus long term? What am I going to do right now versus what I'm going to do later? But first you got to do the brain dump. Because the problem is it's hard for us to organize stuff. Creatives have so many different thoughts going through our mind every single day. We're so innovative that sometimes it's hard for us to just organize the information in a way that will allow us to be able to work it systematically, step by step, because our mind is racing all day long, right? Because you're getting so overflow of all these ideas. And so, yeah, she said, great message. So thank you. No, thank you. And so I want to challenge you, if you are creative, do not give up. I need you to get more organized, more structured. I need you to start going back to old school, writing things down. I need you to get to learn yourself, not everybody else. I need you to get to know yourself, your likes, your dislikes, what motivates you, what discourages you, what triggers you in a good, what triggers you in a bad way, what motivates you in a good way, what sounds, what songs, what look, what feels, what smells actually encourage positivity and creativity in your life. Because once you understand the nuances of you and what makes you tick, even when things happen that can throw you off, you always can pull yourself back to your core so that you can be able to still function and be able to create and will not miss a step. Because what happens if you don't understand this, you will go through these long droughts where you just don't create. You don't have a free flow of ideas anymore. You are like stifled. Okay. And so I don't want that to happen to you because it has happened to me before. Okay. More than one time, called burnout, called creative burnout. And I don't want you to experience this because this is your season to win. This is your season to create the life that you know you're destined to have. And you can use your creativity, your ingenuity to be able to make things better that are already in the marketplace and also create your own unique thing within the marketplace that makes you stand out, that makes you unique. Do not give up because you see all of this new technology coming out and you feel like, oh my God, I'm going to lose my job. No, you're not. If you think you're going to lose your job, you're going to lose your job. But if you think, no, I'm getting ready to get better, I'm going to show them that they still need my services. Okay? Because I'm meeting so many graphic designers, web developers, editors, videographers, photographers, people, independent people in music. They are scared. Virtual assistants, administrative assistants, they are really shaken by this technology. And I need you to understand, you should not allow yourself to be shaken by this. You should allow yourself to be better with this. Because at the end of the day, it's certain things that a machine, an AI can never do. And that is the empathetic feelings, the emotions that human beings have, the foresight, the ingenuity, the compassion that we have that a computer can never do. A computer can never replace a human in all aspects. Yes, they can work without having any sleep, and we do need sleep and all this stuff like that. But it's certain things in the creative space that only a human being can bring, that only a human being can bring to life, that can convey emotions in a way that will move people to action by a stroke of a brush. But using a particular color, flowing in a certain way by a hand of a person will have more impact anytime than an AI generated whatever. But you still need to learn how to use it and bring both worlds together. Because that's being innovative. That's being forward thinking. That is making sure that you stay relevant. But please understand this. You will never be replaced unless you allow yourself to be replaced. You do not have to be in fear. You do not have to be afraid that you're going to lose your livelihood. Because if you do the things where you are learning and constantly growing and figuring out how you can use this within your current business model, you're gonna create a lane for yourself that no one can touch. No AI and no person can touch. You just have to put in the work. Natalie said, I am an author, published spoken word poet, singer, songwriter. So I thank God for my creativity and being multi-talented. Yes. She said, don't be scared. Instead, use the new technology to enhance your gifts and talents. Yes, yes, yes. Do not be afraid. And I don't know who I'm speaking to today. I need you to listen to the sound of my voice. I need you to drop this fear. I declare and decree that you will not have this fear that's crippling you right now. You are covered. You are okay. You just have to make sure you follow the steps, and you just have to make sure that you consistently build on what you know, embrace the technology, use it for what it can be done to expand who you are and what you do. Don't be afraid and don't be mad at it, because guess what? Technology is going to expand whether you like it or not. Think about 10, 15 years ago, or maybe 20 years ago, when they first started using debit cards. There were so many people that was so consumed with, I'm not using a debit card, I'm still going to write a paper check. Think about what happened. People very rarely write paper checks. I mean, if you're in the grocery store or you're shopping and you see somebody write a paper check, it hold up the whole line. You're like, what in the world are they doing? They writing a check for this purchase. But now think about it. The bulk of the world use plastic, digital money. So think about if you decided that you're going to stay in the dark ages. You're not going to use any digital whatever. Guess what? Every single bank on the face of the planet have online banking. You can't even have access to your money if you don't have online banking. That should tell you something. Watch the way the economy flows, which means watch the money and adjust accordingly. And that goes for anybody on a personal level or anyone on a business level. You cannot be so locked into how you feel, your personal reservations on certain things, that you keep yourself in a box. This AI, this new technology is not going anywhere. It's only going to get better and it's only going to advance more. But guess what? They're going to always have to have a human being to operate it, to manage it, to update it. Make sure you're that human being. Make sure that you're the person that know how to work this stuff. You don't have to be an expert, but you still just need to be better than the person that don't know anything. Okay? And use it to, like Natalie said, to expand, to grow. Use it to enhance what you do. Use it to enhance what you do. Stop doing it the hard way. I need you to work smarter, not harder. Stop working out of the scarcity mindset and stop being afraid. Yes, no shame. Swipe that card. Swipe that card and go. Okay? So let me go ahead and give you a quote today. And this quote is coming from Albert Einstein, where he says, creativity is intelligence having fun. Woo, listen to this. Creativity is intelligence having fun. Are you having fun? Are you using this technology to make your life easier? I did a one-on-one call with one of our podcasters, our new podcasters. And for the life of her, she could not wrap her mind around with her busy schedule how to start her show. Not just to get her ideas going, right? So I said, listen, have you ever used ChatGPT? She said, no, I use Copilot, which is the same thing. It's an alternative to ChatGPT. I said, well, open up Copilot. I'm going to use ChatGPT. I said, what is your idea concept of what you would like your show to become? I know you. I've been following you for years. I know what type of content you create, but I want you to explain the type of content you create. So what type of impact? What is your why? Why do you want to do this particular podcast and TV show? Who do you want to help? And what type of information you want to give them that will move them to action? And I said, okay, these are the prompts you type into Copilot. These are how you fix it and update it. And now this is we're going to create this outline. After we got finished, she went from drained, overwhelmed, stressed to excited to happy to, oh my God, I could knock out 2 episodes tonight. Thank you so much. I didn't know you could do all this with AI. We literally went from creating scripts to creating bullet points, outlines, ideas, to all the way going to the higher level, creating graphics, thumbnails through AI based on her show field. I need you to understand what's going on here. It de-stressed her life. And it got her going with her. She had the idea, but she couldn't pull it to write the concept. It helped her build out her concept and refine it and fine tune it. And then she was able to run with that vision and that idea. If you're feeling stuck, figure out the AI system or the platform that can actually help you get unstuck. We help podcasters that aspire to become podcasters get unstuck, TV hosts get unstuck, business owners get unstuck on how to market and promote themselves in media, and also with people who want to start a show, how to actually take their purpose, take their vision, and how to flip it into a production, a podcast, a TV show. Listen. How you can even flip that podcast, a TV show, into a full-fledged business, to an empire. All right. Hey, Latrell. Welcome to the live. Natalie said, love, that's so true. Natalie said, with the proper guidance, it can be done. AI is going to be our new best friend. Yes. And Latrell said, good, and very good. Yes, and yes. So I need you to stop holding yourself back. Let me give you a Bible scripture before you leave, because I give you a quote in a Bible scripture. So it's coming from the book of Isaiah. I love Isaiah because I love the prophet Isaiah so much. It's more than one prophet named Isaiah, FYI. But I'm not going to go into the particular prophet that I named my son after, but I actually named my son after the prophet Isaiah. But anyway, Isaiah 43:19 says, behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? Let me say that again. Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? Listen, how can they perceive it if you haven't achieved it, if you haven't released it, if you haven't promoted it, if you haven't released it? It's time for you to get to work. No more excuses. I am sick and tired of being sick and tired hearing people complain about this idea that's burning them in their belly. And I'm talking to you because I used to be you. I'm going to one day create that book, write that book, create that podcast, create that TV show, start my business, leave my job, or get that promotion on my job, take that vacation, take care of my health, get rid of people who are no longer serving me, get out of that toxic friendship or relationship. But you still been in it. It's like 10, 15, 20 years. And you still in it. This is a year of no excuses. This is a year to make a radical change in your life, in all aspects of your life. This is the year for you to see your worth, walk in it, know your purpose, know your vision, and have the courage, the boldness to keep walking in it, even when no one else understands your vision but you and God. You have to learn to walk by faith and not by sight. You have to learn to keep moving even when no one is cheering you on. You have to learn how to be comfortable and understand that you are the original. There may be people out here that's trying to copy you, and you get discouraged because you put blood, sweat, and tears in it. But I'm here to tell you, they will not succeed because that vision was given to you, not them. And when God give you something, he bless it. He don't bless when people try to come in and conquer, steal it, and mess stuff up. That is not blessed. I need you to understand, when God give you a vision, a plan, you need to execute. Even if you don't understand all the steps, you need to just work one step at a time. I need you to start betting on you. You support everybody else but yourself. When was the last time you gave yourself a pat on the back? When was the last time you invested in something that you know that you need for yourself, whether it's health, wellness, starting a business, taking a vacation? Just what is it that why are you not taking care of yourself? But you are the go-to for every person in your life. You are the person that make things better for everyone in your life. But who's doing that for you? If you don't have anyone doing that for you, then guess what? You do it for you. It starts with you. You're hurt. You're struggling. You may be feeling challenges. But guess what? It's all for a purpose in the outworking of the will that God has for your life. And it is finished. It is done. It is completed. Your wildest dream, your desires have already been completed. You just have to walk through the process and don't give up. No one can take your blessings but you. No one can take your abundance but you. No one can shift your life in a negative way but you. Because guess what? If you allow people or things or situations to distract you from the alignment, from the will of God, what you're supposed to be doing, it's not them, it's you. They may be distracting you or doing things to get on your nerves. But guess what? You allowed them to get on your nerves. You gave them the power. I need you to reclaim your power. I need you to take it back. And I need you to walk in purpose. Starting on today, not tomorrow, not after, not later on today, not next week. I'm talking about right now, in this second, in this minute. I need you to make the dedication for yourself to become the person that you know you was born to become. Because I know you have it in you. You have to be your own designer, like Natalie says, original. So believe in yourself and trust the process. She said, you are talking to me, no shames. I need you guys to understand that this is just it. I don't care what's going on in today's world with politics and the news and what's going on. I need you to understand that they don't have no power over you. This is your, don't be misled. This is your season. If you don't hear anything else that I said on today, Natalie said amen. That this is your season to win. The underdog is no longer the underdog, but the leader. You are now getting your just due, your flowers. You are now going from being mishandled and misused to victorious. You are now in the season to go from level to level, to glory. But the only one that's going to stop that situation for manifesting to its full potential of abundance is you. I don't care what she said, he said, they said, whatever. I need you to drown out the noise. I need you to stay laser focused. I need you to wear blinders like they put on them race horses. They put blinders on them where they can only see forward. They don't have any peripheral vision to see on the left or to the right. They only can stay laser focused on the finish line. I need you to focus on the finish line. I need you to understand that the only obstacle you have is yourself. And you have everything in you right now that you need in order for you to have the life that you know you're supposed to have. If you have a car you don't want, a house you don't want, a job you don't want, then change it. If you paying, I had an interview with a multimillionaire, and she said she went to an event that changed her life where the man, she worked 2 jobs. No, she said she worked 3 jobs. Yeah, 3 jobs. She was a real estate agent. She did other odds and ends. She worked a regular job. And she went to this event, and I think the thing cost like $500 some to join some opportunity. And she said, I don't have it. She was moved by the situation emotionally, that this was her opportunity to be able to invest, to exceed her wildest dreams, right? But it was money, it was financial that stopped her. And then the guy pulled her to the side and say, what is preventing you from starting? And she said, I don't have the money. He said, you work 3 jobs and you don't have the money. It's not the jobs. What's your problem? Okay. So, what is your problem? Be honest with yourself. Be raw with yourself. What is your problem? Because it's not necessarily the money, it's what you choose to do with the money that you have. Are you managing it properly? Okay. Because whatever it is that you want to do, you can do. I need you to understand on that day, that woman, she was not a multimillionaire at that moment. She went home and she was driving a car, paying a monthly bill for a car she did not like. She was living in a house she did not like, but paying a mortgage. She had a closet full of clothes that she did not like. And she said on that day, she decided that if she's going to pay a mortgage, if she's going to pay for a vehicle monthly, if she's going to wear clothes, it's going to be what she wants. She's going to live the life now that she wants to become. And guess what? And she started working. She invested and she did the process of what they taught her, and she became a millionaire. Not only did she become a millionaire, she became a multimillionaire. And then after she did that, she created 18 more millionaires based upon that particular strategy. And it was all because it started with her and her mindset shift, where she dropped the excuses and she made the impossible possible through God. Because God did it, but he allowed her to see it. And then she went through and did the steps. To this day, she is still a multimillionaire. So it wasn't something that she built and then lost. It was something that she built, sustained, maintained, and grew. And she has a philosophy. She do not be around broke people. I need you to go back to the Tina Ramsey show and watch the interview with Dr. Cook. That is the interview that I am referencing. It's powerful. It's powerful. So go back and watch it on the Tina Ramsey show. It is Dr. Cook, and she is actually explaining. She actually had a show on BET called The Millionaire Maker. She is like the ultimate millionaire maker. A whole show was centered around her on BET, like a reality show where she created millionaires, not billionaires, millionaires. Yes, Natalie, this is your season to win in 2025. You need to claim it, declare it, and decree it. Latrell said that was what I need. That is what I read too. Yes. Latrell said, amen. I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. Amen to that. Love is disappearing sometimes. Yeah, but guess what? You will be able to enlist your winning team. Enlist your winning team. The top 5 people that you spend the most time with is a reflection of you and your life. How do their life look? I'm very particular about the top 5 people that I spend the most of my time with. And I make sure that the people that I spend most of my time with, guess what? They're smarter than me. They have achieved more than me, because I know being in the midst of people who are smarter than me, that doing better than me, that I'm only going to keep elevating, because it's a different mindset, a different spirit, a different will that's in the room with people who are self-motivated, who are high achievers. And I am a high achiever, but I had to find people that was higher than me. You should never in your inner circle be the smartest person. You should never be the smartest person. It's going to be rooms that I'm always going to be the smartest person in. And it's the same thing with you. But you should always make sure that you place the room for yourself as you are helping, making an impact on the world, helping people to walk into their full purpose, that you make sure that you don't forget about yourself, and you make sure that you take care of yourself. You make sure that you put yourself in a room where you are not the big fish, where you have to be quiet and sit and learn versus talk, teach others. I'm in rooms where I am not the smartest person. I'm in a room where no one knows my name. After I'm in there, they get to know me some. However, they don't know my name. I do that intentionally because I need to make sure that my circle is created in the way that produces success 24/7, 7 days a week. Who are in your inner circle? Do they inspire you? Do they motivate you? Do they, when they see that you're slipping, do they build you up? Do they watch your back when you don't even know that your back needs to be watched? Who are in your inner circle? And if you have people in your inner circle that you have to watch your back with them, then guess what? They don't need to be in your inner circle. This is a time to prune the people and things that are no longer serving you. You're going to have to make some hard decisions, but those decisions is what's going to, after you make the decisions and follow through, those are the decisions that's going to catapult your life to a level beyond your wildest dream. Whatever you think you're dreaming, whatever desires you have for yourself, it ain't nothing compared to what God's going to do for you. Every single idea that I thought that was so mind-blowing that I thought of, it was nothing when God got finished with me on that particular thing. He blew my mind and expanded it in a way I never even thought of. He took me to levels I didn't even know existed. But I had to work the steps. Was it always easy? No. But was it worth it? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, unconditional love. And support that is not jealous or envious or contentious or with strife or what they call them frenemies, people who pretend to be your friends, but they're really your enemies. You need to be very selective on who you have in your intimate quarters, meaning your intimate space, meaning in your life. And some of you know you have toxic relationships, friendships, romantic relationships, as well as friendships, business partnerships, as well as associates. You know they toxic, but for some reason or another, you still hold on to them closer than necessary. You know it. Your gut told you this a long time ago. You know. It's time to let that go, because guess what? Those are the anchors. Those are the weights that is preventing you from soaring like an eagle. You think it's harmless. You think it's innocent. You think no. Guess what it's doing? It is intentionally holding you down, holding you back so you can't soar like an eagle. But when it's clipping your wings, but when you let that go, and I'm not telling you to be mean and rude to people, but I'm telling you, allow it to gradually fall. Now, some people you have to remove, but some will gradually fall. Watch how you soar like an eagle. Watch how your weight, your life become more light and free. Watch how you have more peace and joy and contentment and innovation and creativity and opportunities and abundance just free flowing in your life on a consistent basis. You notice how you're becoming debt free. You notice how you have those clients coming. You notice how you have that business opportunity. You notice how you get that promotion at work. You notice how your relationships with your children, your family, or whomever you need rebuilding and repairing with. You notice how your life start being more in sync when you let go of the dead weight that you're afraid to let go of, but it's bringing you down. It's like poisoning you a little bit every single day. You're trying to figure out why you stuck. Check your circle. You're trying to figure out why you can't move but so many steps without stopping. Because you're putting the wrong information in your head. You're not feeding your heart, which is a seed of motivation. You are not building on a strong foundation. You are not around people who really care about you. You are accepting the leftovers when you should be the main course. You are worthy. You are. You are good enough just the way you are. We all can improve, but you don't need to change yourself in order to fit or be placed in someone's room. You can create your own and offer placement on your table to people who are deserving of your table. You don't have to seek people in order to have your level of greatness. You just need to seek God. That's all you need to do. And he'll add all the other stuff to you. Matthew. Now let me go because I done talked way too long today. This supposed to have been a short morning motivation, but guess what? Somebody need to hear it because that was Holy Spirit just taking over. On that note, you guys, what I want you to do is download the CTR Media Network app today. It is absolutely free. If you have the desire to start your own podcast or TV show, reach out because we have some openings available. But if you're not ready to start your podcast, we do have advertisement opportunities that we can actually get you see based upon your budget where we can place you. Hello from Cameroon, Noel. Welcome to the live podcast. So he said, thank you, madam. See, we are global. We have people from the islands. We also have him from Cameroon over there in Africa. Welcome. I'm actually a part of the Cameroon tribe after I did some research. 43%. It was either 43 or 33%, one of them. Anyway, very interesting. So I'm learning my heritage. I'll put it like that. On that note, you guys have a great, amazing rest of your day. I hope whomever this extra information that I gave was for, I hope it served you well. And I hope it motivate you to move into action. I hope it helped you to see that you can move forward and you need to move forward today. Start right after this live. Get yourself together, write that stuff out, make it plain as Habakkuk says, and start working the plan and taking just one step every single day. If you become 1% better every single day where you improve, in 100 days, you will be 100% better than what you was just in 100 days. It don't take much. It just take consistency. It take determination. It take a process, a system. On that note, you guys have a great, amazing rest of your day. And you go out there because you woke up. And now guess what it's time for you to do? It's time for you to win. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Well, you have any closing remarks before we head out?
Y'all, please support the movement of CTR Media Network. I'm telling you, being a part of this amazing media family, I can't go wrong, right? They have the support. They support us in all that we do. If we have questions, they take the time out to advise and mentor. So definitely check out the different plethora of shows that are on the network. I promise you, and I'm not saying this because I'm part of the family, but I promise you, you will be uplifted, inspired, educated, motivated, all the good stuff that we all need to carry ourselves out through the day. So definitely go check it out, y'all.
Awesome. I definitely appreciate it.